Hey everybody, this is David with Firearms. Today I'd like to talk about cleaning your firearms. We have a lot of new shooters over the past couple years, a lot of new gun purchases, so there's a lot of folks out there that have never had any experience cleaning their firearms. So today I thought I'd make a little video going over how I clean my firearms and sort of the regularity that I clean my firearms to give people an idea of some of the options they have in front of them. When cleaning firearms, there's a lot of different stuff out there on the market, a lot of different cleaning solvents, a lot of different tools used to clean your firearm. Today I'm going to talk about some of the most basic ones, things that you can easily get online or at your local gun store that will help you a great deal when cleaning your firearms. So before we get into it, I'd like to go over some of the tools that I use when cleaning firearms. And again, I try to keep this stuff pretty basic, things that most people can get a hold of easily and things that most people can use pretty easily as well. So let me go ahead and move these to the side. All right, and so the first thing here is we have a standard cleaning rod that is used to clean most pistols. This here has a spot for attachments, and you can attach brushes, you can attach cleaning jags, which I'll show you what those are in a moment, but you're definitely going to need one of these to help clean the barrel of your gun and the cylinders if you have a revolver. So that's the first thing, cleaning rod. Second thing is just a standard cleaning brush. This, again, you can pick up at any local gun store, you can buy online. You're also able to use a toothbrush. So if you have a toothbrush lying around that it's a little bit more hard bristle, that is ideal to use to clean your firearms. Again, standard bristle, you can pretty much get that almost anywhere. The next piece here are some of the cleaning solvents that I use for lubrication and for bore cleaning. So the first thing for lubricating and just general overall cleaning of your pistol, you have hops number 9. Again, there's hundreds of different lubricating oils out on the market. Hops number 9 is sort of a staple. It's been around for a very long time. But again, there's a lot of different types of cleaning solutions out there. So find one that works for you. Again, mine, I like to use Hops 9. The next is a bore cleaner. Again, also from Hops number 9, just like the lubrication oil, there's plenty of different bore cleaners out there on the market. This is the one that I like to use just because it's readily available. All right. The next, it almost seems like a Hops number 9 commercial. I apologize. But the next are some cleaning patches. Again, you can buy these online pretty cheaply. You can get them in your gun store pretty cheaply. But one of these packs here, which was only a few dollars, will last you a very long time. This is a great thing. You can also, if you don't have cleaning rags available or cleaning patches available, you could take just a old white t-shirt. You can cut it up. You're going to need something like this to help dry off your gun after you oil it. But you can also cut these into squares and use those in place of these gun cleaning patches. So again, guys, it doesn't need to be real fancy. It doesn't need to be real, involved. Just very basic materials that anyone can pick up to clean their gun. All right. A couple more things I'd like to show you. These are called jags, cleaning jags. They come in a variety of sizes depending on the caliber of weapon or firearm that you're going to clean. But any one of these easily attach to the cleaning rod, and these things are used to go ahead and push those cotton patches through the barrel of your firearm, and you'll push those cotton patches to clean the barrel and the cylinders. All right, and again, these come in all different sizes. You can also use a brush that goes at the end, and you can take the cotton material and put it at the end of the brush and push that through the barrel as well. So you don't even need cleaning jags if you have a brush that normally comes with a pistol. All right, and so again, pretty simple, pretty basic. There shouldn't be anything too high speed here. So I'll go ahead and move these things to the side real quick. Get myself a nice clean working area. And now, depending on the firearm you have, there will be a different takedown procedure. So depending on the firearm you have, go ahead and refer to your user's manual to show you how to field strip your firearm. All right, so today I am going to demo with a Glock 19. Pretty much all Glocks have the same teardown mechanism or process. So once you learn one, you learn all. There are a variety of other manufacturers out there that have a different takedown process for their firearms. So again, refer to the user manual. Another thing you want to make sure of when you're cleaning your firearms. So one, my workspace is completely clear of any ammunition. I don't have any ammunition anywhere within that area. And again, that's just to promote safety. The other thing I want to do before cleaning my firearms is I want to go ahead and make sure that they're actually cleared, that there's no ammunition in the chamber. So I'll go ahead and check. Yep, nothing there. We look down the magazine well, no magazine. So this gun is clear. All right, so it's safe to work with. Once you press the trigger, go ahead and pull on these two tabs on either side. The slide comes right off. And then you'll have two different pieces. You'll go ahead and remove this spring, the barrel, and right then and there, you have all your pieces taken down and you're ready to start cleaning. All right. Normally, the first thing I do is I like to go ahead and put some of the bore cleaner in. So what I'll do is go ahead and put it off to the side, grab myself a cotton cleaning patch. And again, you can do this a variety of different ways. I used to dip it in there a little bit, get my nice cleaning swab all covered in that solution. And I'll go ahead and grab one of my cleaning jags here. And I'll go ahead and feed it through the jag. All right. Yep, once I got it in there, I'll go ahead and screw it onto my cleaning rod. And then I just go ahead and push it through. All right, and what I want to do is just coat that inside of that barrel and allow that bore cleaner to work. And I usually leave it there soaked nice and neat there for a couple minutes, again giving that bore solution a chance to work. Close this back up. You don't want to spill this. I've spilled these things all the time, so make sure you put your lid back on and put it out of the way so they don't accidentally knock it over. So normally what I do, so I'll go ahead and start with the slide first. I will grab some of my lubricating oil. They also sell it in aerosol form. Again, this is just like the Hops number 9. I'm going to use this because it's just easy to apply. So I'll go ahead and just coat the inside of this barrel. Really good. I'm super liberal with my lubricating oil. Part of the reason why when I was in the military, I mean, we used to submerge all of the parts of our firearm in a CLP cleaning solution. So from very early on, I learned to be excessive with my oil. So my guns are highly lubricated most times. You probably don't need to use as much as I put in there, but you know, it's just my tendency. I'm aware of it. Some people don't do it. Some people don't like it, but oh well. So simply take my cleaning brush and I will just gently start rubbing inside the slide. You know, and I'll try to get into all these nooks and crevices. Again, brushing softly, you don't have to use a lot of pressure, but I want to make sure that I scrub down the inside of that slide as good as I can. And I'll go ahead and do the front here. There's a lot of residue from the last time I fired that collects at the end of the slide. So I'll go ahead and clean that very well too. I also clean the outside of my weapon. I just scrub it down. Again, I have a liberal amount of oil here that I can use all the way around the pistol. All right. So now that I've scrubbed it down real well, I'll normally take either one of those cotton patches, or I'll just take my t-shirt here and I'll just start going over the area that I brush, and I'll just make sure that I'm getting up all that excess oil. And you'll see here, this is black, so it's picking up all of the powder from inside the slide, and that's really what you want to get. And you know, depending on how well you clean, every application you should walk away with a little less residue on it. So I'll pick a white patch here, going back over all those spots that I brushed down really nicely. And I'll go back later after I'm done cleaning and then lubricate once more. So I'm just worried about cleaning and getting all that excess residue. Alright, so boom. That right there is done for the moment. I'll go ahead and repeat with the barrel. Go ahead and spray this sucker down. Again, I use a lot of oil. I make a mess, but you know, my firearms are clean, so I don't care. Alright, let's scrub this sucker down. Good, 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 good. Alright, once I scrubbed it down, go ahead and take my old t-shirt again, and I'll go ahead and remove all the excess oil. Now, I clean my firearms on a regular basis, so what that means for me is when I do go clean, there is not a lot of buildup or residue on the firearm. So by cleaning consistently, you remove a lot of the hard work. I actually enjoy cleaning my firearms. I find it relaxing. Other people can't stand it, but normally when I go out to the firing range, I'll shoot all day, and I will normally clean that very same night or the next day. I try not to let it go any longer than that, because I like to keep my firearms in good working order. So again, I'm just going to keep taking these pieces that I tore down, and I'm just going to keep going over them with my lubricating cleaning oil, and I'll just start scrubbing. Alright, this guide rod normally is really easy to clean. You just keep turn it around to get all sides. Once that's done, go ahead and again dry it off with my old t-shirt, getting rid of all the old powder residue that comes off. So there you go. Now the lower end of the firearm, same thing. Take my spray. Alright, now normally what I like to do, I also like to get the magazine well. I like to scrub nice in there. I want to get every part of this gun that I can. Alright, finished scrubbing down. I grab my handy little rag here, and I'm going to go back over it again. And again, get rid of all of the excess oil, or at least most of it. And I'll go back into the magazine well. And right then and there, I have a pretty clean firearm. And again, don't rush, guys. Take your time. You know, make sure you get into every spot that you're able to. You know, one other thing that I like to use to help me clean my firearms is Q-tips. And you can buy these long wooden ones that I purchased, which make it easier to get into like all these weird crevices and stuff, or you can just use basic Q-tips that you have in your house in your bathroom. All right, and normally what I like to do after I get everything, I like to go into some of these small spots with the Q-tip and just try to get rid of any of the debris. And look, you see that Q-tip, pretty darn dirty. I wouldn't be able to get in there with my rag or my finger, so Q-tips work really great. And you just keep going over it until you stop picking up so much of that residue that was left behind. And again, this is much harder to do if you don't clean your firearms much, because you're going to have a lot of buildup from all the use. So I try to keep my firearms pretty well maintained on a regular basis, so I don't have to do a lot of hard work. All right, so you see I got most of this stuff up. Still a little bit. Grab one more. And as you go through, you should be cleaning up all that excess. All right, the bottom is done. Now I want to go back to the barrel. I've let the barrel sit for a while with the bore solvent inside. And that's going to go ahead and give it time to have everything break down. So I can then go back over the inside of the barrel with a cleaning jag. So let me grab the right one. Make sure. Take this one off. I'm going to put this one on. Just going to make sure it fits. Yep, perfect. Now I will grab one of my cleaning jags. Just put it at the end there. Oops. And I'll go ahead and stick that in there and start cleaning. You see, it's pretty clean. Depending again on how often you clean your firearms, you'll get a lot more residue. And what you're going to do is just keep sliding the jag with the cotton patch through until you get a relatively clean patch. All right, so I'm going to do this one more time and push it through. A lot of pieces that will tend to move as part of the action, I like to get in there as well. And again, I try not to put too much. I know I go overboard. All right. Last thing I like to do is once I've put the firearm back together is I like to just wipe it down one more time on the exterior, because a lot of the oil that I've applied will start to show up in certain areas. So go ahead and all right. And I'll also put just a little bit more oil here, just a drop or two, and then I'll take my finger and I will just smear it around a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you clean a firearm. All right, and so cleaning a semi-automatic pistol is pretty straightforward. With your standard revolver, it's not much different. There's less you have to do as far as taking down the pistol. In most cases, all you're going to do is open the cylinder, make sure it is not loaded, and then you're going to follow the same general steps that I use with a semi-automatic pistol. You're going to want to take your cleaning rod, cleaning jag. You're going to want to start sticking these cotton patches through each of the cylinders to go ahead and loosen up any of that powder that's left after firing the pistol. So again, you're going to put a cotton patch in there. You're going to take a little bit of bore cleaner. You're going to liberally coat each of the cylinders, and then you're going to let it sit for a few minutes. All right, let the bore cleaner do its work. All right, you're going to do the same thing for the barrel. You're going to apply the same strategy, all right, in cleaning a revolver. Same thing. Once I've lubricated and cleaned all the different pieces, I'll wipe down the outside. But cleaning a revolver, not much more complicated than cleaning a semi-automatic pistol. Hardest part is getting your manual out, learning how to take down your particular firearm and put it back together. All right. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful. If you think it was, please subscribe and like. That helps greatly in getting my videos out there. Thanks.